My name is Christy Taylor, and this is Let's Chat. The show is a lifestyle talk show, live here on Facebook. We'll be actually being live on other platforms before the end of April. If you are new to the show, welcome. Thank you for joining us. It is always a fun show. I went on and put my website in the comments, so make sure that you subscribe. Check the website out for all previous episodes and subscribe to the website so that you may get the newsletters that I just recently started sending out. When I send the newsletters out, you guys, it has the previous months, like the highlights of the previous month. So if I've shared recipes or like top 10 of something or something really cool, a DIY, all of that information is going to be in the newsletter. So make sure that you keep up to date and getting all of the 411 on the show and the latest things. So thank you guys for joining me. If you are returning, thanks for hanging out with me. Sorry about the drama that is either Facebook or Samsung. Whichever one is making my videos stop for like the last 3-4 weeks and then have to restart again. I apologize, but thank you for coming back and watching with me. If everyone, visitors and the returning guests, can do me a favor, I always ask at the bottom left of your screen, if you don't mind clicking the share button, that will invite everyone else into our world. Let them know like, hey, what are you doing right now? Come kick it with us, hang out with us. We're about to have a good time. So if you can do that for me, I appreciate it. Before I started over on this show, I was talking to you guys about, sorry, I'm having drama underneath the desk as well, about one of my cousins. His name is Daryl Jones. He lives in St. Louis, Missouri. He is a real estate agent, a realtor, and he's just getting started. So I was reaching out or letting you guys know, if you are in St. Louis and you're looking to buy or sell a home, check him out. Hopefully he comes back on here and puts his website in the comments like he did before, because I didn't get it. I didn't have a chance to copy it so I could paste it. But do me a favor and support him. Or if you know someone who's looking to buy or sell, send them in his direction. If you don't know where to start, if you think that there's no possible way you could buy a home and you don't know the process and what it takes to start the process to purchase a home, reach out to Daryl and he can help you guys out. Okay? So today's show is wonderful. For those who are new, I just need to let you guys know the goal of the show each and every Sunday is for me to entertain you and myself, encourage and enlighten. That is my goal. It's not just to get on here and talk about whoever and whatever. It's not a gossip show. We every week have a current event, something that makes you say, ooh, wow, what? I'm always sharing my little like life stories, what's going on in my life. A lot of times I love to cook. I'll share a recipe. Again, I love DIY, so I'll do a DIY. And then I always have a chat topic. A lot of times it has to do with something I've been through, someone else has been through, or just life, right? So I've gotten pretty good feedback on the show. I think it's going well. It's season 2 of the show. So if you have not caught the previous shows, go to my website and you'll see them there. Let's get started, you guys, because we're already starting late, which sort of kind of sucks, but it's all good. So today's show, we're going to be talking about raw almonds and the 9 benefits of eating raw almonds. That's what I have here. It's what I snacked on earlier. I figured I'd share it with you guys. Benefits of eating almonds. We are going to be talking about mindfulness. And did you guys know that April is National Poetry Month? So it's the National Month of Poetry, and I want to ask you all, if you write poetry or if you have a favorite poem, put it in the link here, or not in the link, Lord Jesus, put it in the comments here, and I will share it on the show for the entire month. So that's 3 weeks left, 3 or 4 weeks left of this month. I will share 3 or 4. Sometimes if we're doing good on time, I can double up and do a couple. But if you write poetry, I have no problem reading your poetry or telling people where to find your poetry. I think I'm going to find some poems and read them one a week for you guys as well. I was going to do one today, but the chat topic is so like, it's a lot to go over, so we're not going to have time to do that. So let's start with today's snack, which is also my current event, and it's the almond. Raw almond. This is not honey roasted almonds. It's not caramel salted almonds. It's just plain flat out almonds. I like almonds. I'm trying to be healthier. You guys see I have my little water here. I don't have any fruit in it today. It's not infused with anything. It's just water with ice. My daughter was nice enough to make me. So I'm trying to find healthier snacks so that I'm not eating chips and Snickers, which I prefer over almonds. I like almonds, but of course I prefer the sugar and the salt over them. But I wanted to share with you guys the benefits of almonds, okay? So, 9 benefits of almonds. Number 1 benefit of almond. I can't see comments, so let me refresh real quick. Oh, for the newcomers. You will see me come over here to my left. I'm not zoning out and emailing. I'm actually interacting with you guys. I have 2 screens, so this is the one that I go to when I'm looking, trying to look for comments. Make sure I'm interacting. I'm not missing anything if someone has a question. Hi, cousin. Hi, Marilyn. How are you? And then over here, you can't see it. Oh, you can. My little laptop's like my notes, my teleprompter. Okay? That's something I just like to mention to you guys so you don't think I'm like zoning out and being extra. All right, so benefits of almonds. Number 1, almonds help prevent heart disease and heart attacks. Okay, it says healthy monosaturated fatty acids and antioxidants support heart health and prevent factors of cardiovascular disease, heart disease. Supply oxidants, antioxidant, flavonoids, plant-based compounds present in the skin of almond. So the skin of the almond works with vitamin E to improve artery health and reduce inflammation. So it's good for preventing health disease and heart attacks. Okay. The number 2 benefit of eating raw almonds. I'm not saying that you can't eat the other ones, but like this is just flat out raw almonds. Okay. It supports healthy brain function. So apparently almonds are good for your brain. Contains, Jesus, all of these words. Okay, riboflavin and L-carnitine, 2 key nutrients that are capable of positively affecting neurological activity and preventing cognitive decline. So it helps your brain. Number 3, maintains your skin health. Who doesn't want nice skin? Along, obviously, with drinking water. It's good for your skin. It says it's a great source of vitamin E and other antioxidants that nourish the skin and reduce signs of aging. I'm told that I don't look my age, and it's not because it's not because I eat almonds. I think it's just in our it's genetics. Also, going with maintaining the skin health. It contains high concentrations of catechin and flavanol antioxidants that fight skin cancer. So it fights skin cancer, which is huge when people who like to tan a lot or don't put on sunblock, you get skin cancer. So this helps to fight against skin cancer. It says that it reverses that oxidative stress from a poor diet, pollution, and UV light exposure. Number 4, helps control blood sugar levels and prevents diabetes, which is probably the reason why I need to eat it, because sugar is like my go-to for everything. That's like my comfort food. I love sugar. So I guess I'll be eating more almonds. I know I don't sound too excited about that. Number 5, it assists with weight loss and prevents overeating. Healthy fats and dietary fiber aid in weight loss because they help to make you feel full, which can curb overeating and unhealthy snacking. So I guess if you know how they say, well, some people say if you drink a cup of water before you eat, that it helps to avoid overeating. I guess eating almonds, say maybe, I don't know, not a handful, you don't want to get too full. Maybe a few almonds before you eat your meal will help you to feel full. They're kind of sweet. Number 6. Increases nutrient absorption, supplies adequate amounts of fat to properly absorb fat-soluble nutrients like vitamins A and D. Number 7, the number 7 benefit of eating raw almonds is increases digestive health. It contains probiotic components that help with digestion and healthy bacterial growth within the gut. It's a key to actually utilizing nutrients from food and preventing nutrient deficiencies. I didn't know that. Number 8 benefit of eating raw almonds is it helps fight cancer and inflammation. I thought that was number 1. What was number 1? Oh, heart disease. We didn't do cancer already? Okay. Helps fight cancer and inflammation. It contains a type of vitamin E that acts as a powerful antioxidant. Fighting free radical damage and oxidative stress can cause cancer. So I feel like there's a lot of things that help you that help to prevent cancer. There's a few things that we actually went over already on the show that they said help prevent cancer. It's good to know that almonds is one. And the last benefit on this list, which I found on Pinterest, it's not my list, that it helps maintain dental and bone health. That's interesting. A good source of the trace minerals like magnesium and phosphorus are crucial nutrients for building and maintaining strong teeth and bones. I didn't know that. Good for your teeth. Okay, guys, so eat almonds. It's a healthy snack. Very inexpensive, well, depending on where you go. If you want to make them, I did see a recipe on Pinterest, obviously, for mint and sea salt almonds, which doesn't make it unhealthy. Just make sure you don't put too much salt. If you don't just like the raw taste of almonds, I don't mind it. It has a little bit of a sweet taste to me. Very, very light undertone of sweetness. But I like it. So those are the 9 benefits of eating almonds. And that's my current event for today. So let me come over here to the comments. Make sure I'm not missing out on anything. Sorry again, you guys, for that drama that my video cut off. You hate water. Yeah. I am not a fan of water, but I don't mind it. I know that it's healthy for me and I need to drink more water to be healthy. And I know it's good for your skin. And it flushes a lot of things out of your system. So I have my water here and I have my almonds. All right, so let's get on to the next section. We are going to talk about mindfulness. So lately, I know I've been seeing a lot of things on mindfulness. Mindfulness therapy. In my company, we are actually doing a whole mindfulness, I think it's like a whole 4 to 6 week thing on mindfulness where they actually pay a consultant. They come in and they do like different activities. You don't have to go to them. But last week, we had a mindfulness activity, and right after they had masseuse in there, and they had about 4, and they were giving 15-minute massages, and I got one. So I really appreciate that. Mindfulness, though, has really been just like all over the news. I've been reading articles. It's all on the websites. And I think it's very, very, very good. But a lot of people don't know exactly what mindfulness is. So I wanted to share it with you guys. I'm going to share with you all what mindfulness is. I'm going to tell you it's a little bit about mindfulness therapy, which to me is just mindfulness, but there actually is a thing called mindfulness therapy. And then I'm going to give you the way that you can have the best shower of your life, how to enjoy your shower in a different way. All right, so 2 definitions of mindfulness. Number 1 definition is the quality or state of being conscious or aware of something. For example, their mindfulness of the wider cinematic tradition. Don't know why they use that sentence for an example. Basically, being aware, being in that moment. The second definition is a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment, while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations, used as a therapeutic technique. All right, so with that in mind, we're going to go over a little bit of what mindfulness is, just a little more into depth of what it is. All right. So I want to make sure I stay up to date with you guys over here. All right. So I jotted a couple of things down. I've done a little bit of research, just pulled from different places and what different people were saying about mindfulness. Therapists that actually do mindfulness therapy that people actually pay to go. It's really a good thing to do when you're stressed. People actually pay for it. It's a type of therapy. All right, so it's basically living in the moment, living in the now, right? So you become aware of things in the present. You practice to be present at that moment in time without thoughts about the past or worrying about the future, which is so challenging for me as a mother. And I work 9 to 5. I have this show. I'm a mother of children. I'm a wife. My mind is always thinking about the future. I'm at lunch around 4 o'clock at lunch every day. I'm like, okay, what are we going to do for dinner? What do I need to do? Does my daughter have Girl Scouts? Do I have to go and do I have errands to run? Is there a field trip coming up? I'm always thinking about the future, not really living in that moment. Okay, so for me, it's teaching me. It's some things that I have to undo, have to unteach myself to do. So you practice to be in the moment. You focus. It says focusing on the past and the future is not effective in becoming aware. Becoming aware of your present. Okay. Using mindfulness, you can deal with stressors and distressing feelings. I can understand that, because if you are thinking about just the now and you're not currently in a stressful situation, you won't be stressed. If you're thinking about something that happened in the past, that happened yesterday, or something that is coming up, like, oh my gosh, in 3 months it's going to be the end of the fiscal year and we're going to have to close the books. I hate that part, so stressful, which I actually do that as well. That causes stress and distress. And it's the opposite of what you want to do. It's the opposite of mindfulness. So what you're doing is you're training and practicing your mind. You're training your mind. You're training your mind to pay attention. You're training your mind to be in the present without thoughts of the past or the future. You are using an accepting mindset instead of an avoiding attitude. That's another way that you are being mindful. You just accept what's happening instead of avoiding it. If you have an issue with someone, I don't like avoiders. I'm not saying I don't like the person. I don't like the act of avoiding. If there's a situation that just needs to be handled, I'm like, let's deal with it right here and right now. So I will give myself kudos for my mindfulness when it comes to a situation that may feel uncomfortable. There are people that, I guess not so much now. I think everyone that's in my life right now pretty much, everyone has someone in their life. Either you're the avoider or there's someone in your life. No, Money, don't do that. I can hear you. There's someone in your life that is the avoider. Try to just deal with it, face it right on, and deal with what's going on, okay? So it's using an accepting mindset instead of an avoiding attitude. That is mindfulness. And mindfulness you practice by not doing. So we did an exercise in my company the other day. The lady came in and she's like, sit on the edge of your seat, which I'm trying to do now because that just helps with posture. But you sit on the edge of your seat and you put your hands, relax your hands, right? And she's like, let your shoulders fall and close your eyes. And I'm going to turn this music down. She's like, listen to everything that's going on in the room. So it's really, really quiet. She's like, just listen to what's going on. Don't let your mind wander. And as we're sitting there and our eyes are closed, and she, every 3 minutes, because we have to do it for 10 minutes, so she did this 3 times. Every about 3 minutes, she's like, if your mind is wandering, if you're thinking about something else, bring it back. And she literally, it snaps you out of, if your mind is somewhere else, like when I get back from my desk, I have to do this, do that. I have to get this done. I have to grocery shop. She's like, bring it back. Stop it. What's going on right now? Her voice is very sensual. It's like, what's going on right now? And I heard the AC pop on. I heard someone moving their shoes. I heard someone scratching their hand, the girl next to me. You hear people moving their desk. Your eyes are closed. That means you are just living in the present. She was trying to explain to us and show us how living in the present. So she's like, if you're in your office and the window's open and a bus drives by, or there's a jackhammer right outside your window, instead of like, oh my gosh, it's so annoying, she's like, you accept it. So you accept what's happening at that moment. There's a jackhammer going on outside my window. I'm accepting it. It's there. And before you know it, it's white noise. So that was an exercise that we did that I thought was pretty cool. She's like, I'm teaching you guys to practice not doing, okay? It says observation is the main key. So you're just observing what's going on right then and right there. I was with my son today. We were leaving church, and we had picked up the youngest from his Sunday school class and picked up my daughter from her Sunday school class, and we were all walking out the church. And right after they get out of class, I'm always like, what did you learn in class? So the youngest was telling us, and my daughter was telling us what she learned. Well, the oldest, I think he was zoned out, and he wasn't listening to a thing she was saying. So I was like, hey, Bran, you gotta live you have to focus on what's happening right now. When they're telling us what's going on in her class, like right now, so whatever you're thinking about, try not to think about that. Accept what's happening. Of course he's like, what are you talking about? Basically, I'm like, what's happening right now. She's telling us something. Listen, you give your attention to that. Okay, so you're observing what's going on. By being mindful, you interpret thoughts and feelings as just thoughts and feelings and nothing more. Just thoughts and feelings and nothing more. I'm upset. I'm upset. Okay, you know what? I'm upset. I'm upset. It's my feeling. I'm observing that. Okay, I'm interpreting that. The main goal, which I guess I should have said first, is to help you become aware of your thoughts and bodily sensations. Oh, I did say that. So that you will become better in management of your day-to-day emotions and problems. It helps you to better manage what's going on in your life. Accepting that that's what's going on, and then dealing with what's going on right then and there. Not what's going to happen when I get home. Wait till I get home. Or what happened yesterday. Yesterday is gone. What's happening right now, deal with that. Okay? This is all mindfulness. This is like what if you Google mindfulness, you'll find all of this information on there. If you go on Pinterest, I love to read Flipboard. It's kind of like the current events of the world. And every single thing you can think of, whether it's recipes or spirituality, and mindfulness is all over it. It's all over it. My husband said he's going to start implementing that into the homeschool curriculum that our children are doing. Mindfulness, it's really, really good for kids. It's really good for kids. It helps them to just manage what's going on right here, right there. I will say that I wish that I wish I exercised it as a kid when I was younger, because my dad, if we were in trouble when we were out and about, wait till we go home, you and get a whooping when we get home. The rest from that moment that he said it until we got home, I didn't care what was going on around me. I was not living in anybody's moment except the future of knowing I was going to get in trouble when I got home. Totally, I could have been at a carnival. I'm not having fun. Why? Because I'm worried about what's going on. So it teaches you to, okay, that's going to happen. When it happens, I'll deal with it. Right now, this is what I'm dealing with. Right now, I'm at the carnival. I'm just going to enjoy the carnival. I'll give them a whooping later. So I really wish I would have had that tool when I was younger. Better late than never. So the uses of mindfulness, it's that mindfulness therapy is being used for anxiety disorders, eating disorders, and mood disorders. Mindfulness helps in all three. In addition to other disorders and issues that people have, mindfulness therapy is a real thing, and it has been proven to help in those three areas in addition to others. Also, it's offered to people who suffer from stress or who just want to add more peace and harmony to their busy lives. I feel like the busier your life is, the more focus you need to have on trying to have peace. You can have a busy life and not be stressed out. I have a pretty busy life. I have a super busy life. And sometimes I do have very stressful moments, but I am trying to just like this morning, I was stressed out because we were on the way to church and then it blocked us. So I had to go turn around and go all the way, or like get back on the interstate and go around the church the other way, like a whole nother exit. And so this lady, I think she cut me off or something. I was like, why would she? You know what? It's fine. It's fine. And my son was like, I'm proud of you, Mom. Because usually I'm just like, why did she do that? She already did it. So why am I mad about it now, right? So these are things that I know are going to be challenging for me to take on and to really, really, really add to my life and be a permanent thing in my life. But I am determined because I just want to continue to have like a pretty peace. My life is pretty peaceful for the most part. I mean, of course I have my typical, why didn't you do your chores? Why didn't you do this? Oh my God, you forgot that. But for the most part, we have a lot going on. Our lives are very busy. I don't think that we're like upside down in our home. So this is just going to take it to the next level. Let's see if there are any comments going on right now. I don't want to miss anyone. Over here, if you are just watching, if you could do me a favor and share the video, that would be wonderful. Okay, so that's part one of mindfulness. I think throughout this month, I don't know, I think it goes good hand in hand with spring. So mindfulness, peace, birds singing, spring, the sun, I don't know. I think I'm going to always give touch on mindfulness just throughout the month of April. It'll be mindfulness month. So I want to give you guys an example of mindfulness. And this is the shower meditation. Actually, hold on real quick. I have two things I want to give you. Actually, first let me give you guys this mindfulness routine for beginners that I found on Pinterest. These are different things that you can do, be mindful about in just your everyday routine. All right? So, the first one is when you wake up, there's breathing techniques that you should do before your feet touch the ground. Well, you know, everyone's different. Some people pray before their feet touch the ground. That's fine. When you wake up, do this right before your prayer or after. I don't want to offend. It says breathe in for 3 counts. Hold for 3 counts, and exhale for 3 counts. Okay? So you're going to breathe in for 3 counts, hold it for 3 counts, and exhale for 3 counts. That felt good. That felt awesome. So just try doing that. These are just little things that you can do to begin introducing mindfulness into your everyday life. Okay? So when you wake up, do the breathing technique. When you are having a drink, so coffee, juice, water. Water might be hard. A mindful drink is to notice the flavor. So take your drink, notice the flavor, the texture, and the temperature of each sip of your drink. So, I know it sounds weird. It's like, what texture? If you're drinking a smoothie, there's texture there. If you have honey in your tea, it might change the texture a little bit, maybe. Coffee with all the fun stuff on top that Starbucks puts on there. But you want to notice the flavor, like, oh, this tastes so almondy. I don't know. The texture and the temperature. Oh, it's so warm. Oh, it's so cool. It feels so good. That's how you have a mindful drink. Okay. A stretch. A mindful stretch. Gently roll your shoulders, feeling any tension. Gently dissipate. So, you're just noticing where you roll your shoulders. You can probably feel the tension, and then you can feel it leave. No, this really works, you guys. I think I'm doing it right now. Roll your shoulders. We actually did this in that class. And then roll them the opposite way. But feel every muscle in your shoulders, in your back, because I can feel it in my back as well. It's teaching you to be aware of your shoulder roll. So, a mindful way to connect with nature. Pick a flower. If you like acorns, do that. And place it in your view. So put it on your desk, put it on your dashboard. Bring nature into your life. That's you being, appreciating the beauty of nature. I mean, I wouldn't say like pick grass, whatever you want. But a flower, something that's beautiful to you, and put it in your eyesight. So on your desk, on your dashboard. Maybe not your dashboard. You're supposed to be noticing the beauty of it. You're supposed to be driving. On your desk. Also, notice your senses. What are 5 senses you can see, hear, and feel right now? Just every now and then, what can I see? What can I hear? What can I feel right now? That's another way of being mindful. Eating mindfully. Explore the flavors of your food, the colors of your food, the textures, and the temperature of what you're eating. That's how you are appreciating. Like I told you, when you guys saw me eat the almonds, I'm like, there's like a sweet undertone to it. There's smoothness to it. I think it has like a earthly, taste to it. It's a nut, so. Yeah, there's texture. The more you chew, the sweetness comes out. So that's a way that you can be mindful. Be mindful. Acknowledging a feeling is this one I think is really important, is a way for you to be mindful. When someone is speaking to you, without judging any emotion as good or bad, just listen without judging. And I have a friend that's really good at this. I'm not good at this at all. If you're talking to me, sometimes I'm planning I'm like, you know what, I have a perfect example of that. I'm going to tell them right when they get done talking, which means I'm not really listening at that current moment to exactly what they're saying. But I have a really good friend. Anytime I talk to her about anything, she's like, okay. She lets me finish. She's nodding her head. She's just saying yes. When I'm done, she even stops and says, what do you think maybe? And then she goes on to say it. and she's a pro at this. I think I've done a lot better. I used to just like, I'll interrupt, because I need you to hear what I'm saying, but that's not me listening with being mindful. I'm not being a mindful listener without judgment in any emotion, as good or bad. I'm just listening, okay, at the moment. So apparently there's a mindful way to wash dishes. I don't know if this is going to make me mad. Like, I really feel like you just do the dishes. Like, it's done. Although I will say, when I do the dishes, I'll turn music on. I have a way that I'm doing the dishes. I am looking and paying attention. But they say that a mindful way to do the dishes is focus on the different sensations and movements of your hands. Okay. I would think that maybe if you have dishwater, you're focusing on how your hands feel when they go in the dishwater and the suds. But they're saying focus on the different sensations and movement of your hands. I don't know about the washing the dishes one. A mindful hug. This is a consensual hug, folks. Okay, don't just be going up to people trying to give them mindful hugs. Mindful hugs. Immerse yourself in the experience of giving someone a big hug. My sister April does this. I'm not. It depends on who. I don't like long hugs. I don't know why they make me feel uncomfortable, but I'll hug my husband long. I'll hug the kids long. That's about it. Family. I love my family, my siblings. I don't like long hugs. My sister April is like the hugging queen. When she hugs you, she holds you, she closes her eyes, and she like embraces you. You feel her hugs. You feel the love through her hug. So this immersing yourself in the experience of giving someone a hug, I'm probably not going to do that. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. Writing down 5 things that you're grateful for is a way that you can is journaling, which is being mindful. I will say that I do that. I love to journal. I do it more on my phone. I don't actually write it down, but if I have something that I'm thinking about, if I'm going through something, a lot of my journals, because I'm emotional about something, and I'm just like, I got to get it out, and I can't get it out to the person I needed to get it out to at that moment, or it's not going to be good. So I get it all out through journaling. I used to do this all the time, you guys. I used to write a lot of poetry, and it was always based on me just getting my emotions out. So writing down 5 things you're grateful for is a good way to be mindful of the moment that you're in. And then just being mindful of your body. Scanning your attention through your body, consciously relaxing any areas of tension, but also appreciating your body. Everyone doesn't have 2 arms. Everyone doesn't have 2 hands. Everyone doesn't have 2 legs. Everyone doesn't have 2 feet, 2 eyes. Everyone doesn't have hair. Some people have cancer. I have thick hair, and I used to complain about my thick, oh, it's so thick, I don't feel like doing it. But I've known people who have cancer and lost their hair, and I actually appreciate my thick. It makes you to appreciate your thick hair. So being mindful of your body. Look at yourself in the mirror. And even if you don't like your body, you're grateful because you have all of your limbs. Okay, so those were just some examples of being mindful that I wanted to share with you guys. I would like for you to try your best to do a few of those things. Right before we end, the show's about to end shortly, I wanted to share with you guys this shower meditation that I found. This is how to have a mindful shower. Every time you take a shower, visualize washing away your stress and anxiety. Concentrate on the feel of the water upon your skin. Envision the power of the water washing away your negative thoughts. Feel sadness, feel regret, feel anger, and depression washing right off of you. Let it all go down the drain. You'll start to feel lighter and much more clear. Now, wouldn't it be cool if you had someone not physically in the shower with you, or even a recording of yourself saying that while you're doing your shower? Kind of like in yoga, how they have someone saying, breathe in, and when you breathe out that anger, and breathe out. Wouldn't that be dope to have somebody say, like, concentrate on the feel of the water upon your skin. Envision the power of the water washing away your negative thoughts. I was like, I'm about to have the best shower. And I can only imagine, I'm actually going to try to do this today. I'm going to do it before the show, but I was like way too busy. I can only imagine someone practicing this and just feeling so relaxed and just clear and clean, not just physically, but mentally. clean and clear just from doing this exercise. I'm going to try it. So that is how to take a mindful shower. Okay? All right, you guys. So do I have any announcements? Join my, I already put it in the comments for you guys to please subscribe to my website. Thank you for joining me. Sorry about the screw up and the whole shutdown. I'm totally going to have to, I think maybe my husband will let me start using his phone till I figure my situation out. But it seems like it's an ongoing pattern. It'll shut down twice, and then the third time it's a charm. So maybe I'll do 2 tests. I'll figure that out. It sucks because I know I lose viewers. They're like, man, you get distracted. So thank you for those who are watching live. Thank you for those who visited today. Thank you for those who shared the video. And thank you for those who are watching the replay. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to Monet, my assistant. Thanks, Monet.
Welcome.
I'm paying her. She's awesome. And I will see you guys. Don't forget to eat your almonds. I think next week I'm going to maybe do the mint and sea salt almond recipe. Let you guys know how it is, okay? And don't forget to drink your water. And don't forget to try to have a mindful week, okay? All right, you guys. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye.